Good morning, everybody. Hey, wanted to do something a little bit different today. I got a gimbal, so we'll see how I do with it. Don't tear me apart if it doesn't come out good. But we've been doing a lot of these truck talks and have had some people talk about gardening, which I am the chili prepper. So half of it is my garden, and it's especially the super hot chilies. But as I've said before, gardening is, to me, the number one biggest thing you can do for prepping to help yourself out. So let's just do a quick garden tour to kind of lead into some videos on gardening. Okay, I don't have some big elaborate house or garden. I mean, this started small and has gotten, sometimes I think, out of hand. But let's take a look around. So back here toward the back, now this is just the garden that's behind my house. This is my personal garden. This is also where I raise some of the seeds. But take a look through here. So on this side of part of the backyard, I use nothing but 10-gallon pots. Funny story, I actually a few years ago found a guy on Facebook Marketplace that was a cannabis grower and got out of it, and I bought all the pots for $1 a piece. They've been awesome. So 10 gallons on all these super hots back here. This is the Carolina Reaper, and this is actually what started my journey into the super hots, was the Carolina Reaper, and it'll always have a cool place in my heart. It is one heck of a producer, and I don't care about all the controversy about people saying it's not the hottest in the world. It's so hot most people can't handle it. All right, actually it's so hot I don't think anybody could actually handle it. Okay, back here, this is for years and years I've saved the seeds and grown. There's nothing special. There's nothing special about it. But we've got just a regular red cayenne that's a heavy producer. Again, 10-gallon pot. Now, something I do notice over the years is they do like to grow in pairs. And I don't know why I'm always so weary to do it, but yeah, peppers like to grow in pairs. Okay, purple cayenne. This one's in a tiny little pot back here in my jungle, the outskirts of my property. I don't know what gallon that is, but I don't even think it's 5 actually. I grow everything, so I mean, I've got tomatoes, but let's stick with the super hots back here first. This one's the Carolina Reaper crossed with the Naga. It's a slow going one this year. Now, if you don't know, I'm in western Colorado, almost on the Utah border. So our weather, I mean, we're at high altitude. Our weather's different. But we're zone 7A technically where I'm at right now. The yellow Moruga scorpion. This one, I keep the seeds, I think it's 3rd generation, on the ghost pepper. Let's go around to this other side, sorry. So you can actually see it. Sorry, getting used to the controls. There it is. Over here I'm running 2. Most of my cayennes I'm okay with running 2 plants per. This is a Carolina Reaper crossed with a Moruga scorpion, and boy does it look nasty in there. That looks like it's gonna be a mean little guy. All right, working this way, working toward the greenhouse, I use these troughs and just the polymer 15-gallon. The 15-gallon do work great. I have no issues with them ever. This one is your traditional Moruga scorpion. Nothing's turned red on it yet. But the next one, now I've never grown it. This is my first year. This is the was sold as the 7-pot bubblegum. You'll hear me say that a lot. Look at that guy. That is one gnarly looking pepper. A nice little stinger on it. And it's producing like crazy, but I've just got a couple red ones. Anyway, it was sold as the 7-Pop bubble gum. I haven't even looked it up to see what color a 7-Pop bubble gum is. I just went with it. Over here, and you've seen it on some of the other videos, is the Gator Jigsaw Purple. And it is one seriously heavy producer. Let's see if we can see down in there. And if you look at all the flowers. So in a 15-gallon pot, I mean, we've been 90 to 100 degrees every day, actually way above 90, but up to 100 degrees every day. I'm out here watering them at minimum every evening. All right, these are the Primatalis. See if we can get some views here. You can see it's again, it's not one of my fast producers, but there's a bunch in there. Look at that. And then over here is one I'm really excited about. The Kang Star Lemon Starburst. And it's getting loaded down pretty heavy too. And this year for the first time I'm doing Orange Cayenne. Now, every year I save the seeds and do a trough of jalapenos. To me, jalapenos are one of the best pepper out there. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why, most of the time, and I like my jalapenos mild, most of the time mine are very mild. For some reason this year, mine are hot. Big Jims, I think I've put those, yeah, I put those on a couple of videos. Hang on, let me get out of here. Everything's getting tight in here. So again, they're in one of the big troughs and they produce like crazy. Over here, we've got the Scotchy Bonnets. If you watch the Humble Servant Homestead, that's where I get the Scotchy Bonnet from. I'm not going to claim that. I just think it's cool when he says it. Here we've got more Primatalis back there. Now the cool part is, it's my first year with Primatalis too. They started off purple and then they ended up red. Down here, just to show you, I've got all my little 1-gallon reapers. I am an advocate for the, well, actually they're 3/4 gallon. They're industry 1 gallon. Over here, I've got what was sold as Starscream, and they started off purple as well. And then, just recently, check this out. They went to orange, then they went to red, but they went through these weird phases. So I'm not honestly sure on this one, but I'm sure it's going to be hot. I don't have any doubt about that. Okay. Here we have the white Moruga Scorpion. Hopefully I'm not making you sick. This is my first time using a gimbal. No white ones yet, but it's loaded. Here we have, there they are, Big Black Mama. Now that one's a slow, it's producing now, but it was a slow producer. And if you overlook, I've got a trough of the English cucumbers, the burpless. Back behind it, I've got regular cucumbers. For all you not so chilly heads, look at this. I've got beds of some giant. All right, let me move our gnome since he's trying to shoot us, it looks like. But look at this. I mean, here's a hand for reference, but I'm thinking that's almost softball size onion. Back here, we got overrun here. I've got to do some serious cleanup. I've been working a lot. We've got a lot more onion. onion and garlic are a great thing to grow. Back here, now to show you, we don't all have success. Look, I've got some disease going on this cherry tomato. You can tell by the leaves, but it is still producing. And this thing produces giant. It's another one that I've saved the seeds from. Giant cherry tomatoes. I always grow the San Marzano tomato. It's been, I mean, we have a lot of green. I've gotten, I don't know, a couple dozen red ones off of it so far. This is that same cherry tomato as on the left side, so you can see how large those cherry tomatoes get. It's wonderful, and it's producing. Here we go. Oh, hang on, wrong way. There we go. Producing like crazy. I've got them all over the plants. So we're getting close, but we're still early in the year. Don't sweat it. You've got lots and lots of time. Okay, let's I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to show you some more things. Over here's my rack where I do my experiments, or some of them I should say, with all my 3/4 gallon pots. I've got, check this one out. This is one that for some reason I'm excited about over others, but that's the Hulk pepper. And it does look pretty mean. Up here on the porch, I've got another Hulk in a bigger pot, and it is producing a whole bunch more. I mean, you can see that. I don't try to hide that fact. All I like to show is that, yes, you can grow and get a yield off of small pots. So on this rack, you can see it's outdoor light. Look at all the cherry bomb tomatoes down here. Shoot, wrong way again. This thing's not very in. You gotta go opposite for up or down. So again, 3/4 gallon pot. I'm pulling cherry bombs, which they're hot. Quite a few actually. I've probably got 4 or 5 dozen already. Our irrigation pumps broke, so don't mind the grass. We're just letting the grass kind of go. We're gonna turn it all into garden over the winter. Out here this year, so I used to have a carport back here, and I tore it down and put an in-ground garden, and I think over the winter time we're gonna put a big greenhouse here. But what I wanted to show you, so the tomatoes, it's the first year, the tomatoes aren't doing good in ground, and I am a very big supporter of planting in pots. My potatoes are in the center here. They're ready to be pulled. I just didn't have time this weekend. But on this side, if you look down in here, I have Carolina Reapers like crazy. And this whole row is Carolina Reapers. So I was learning this year about in-ground because I always grow them in containers. But once I really increased the water in-ground, it turned into this crazy bush. And I mean, it's just thigh high. I'm 6 foot and it's thigh high. And then I threw in a couple extra raised beds back here with some big gems, some shishito. This is from my video about bull shishito. And a pot, oops, wrong way. They call it ahi cherapita. And it keeps getting buds on it, but I haven't gotten any yet. Okay, let's run back here to the greenhouse real quick and then we'll end this video. Oh, actually, I guess we should show. This is a 3-gallon pot with the cherry bombs. I can't remember the name of this one. It's like a giant purple cayenne. They use it in Mexico for spices a lot. It starts with a B. These are pickling cucumbers in a raised bed. These are banana peppers. And everything I'm showing you, I'll have the seeds available for from this or the other gardens, just to show you we don't all have success. Look, this, I brought it out too soon and the Carolina Reapers rotted. Oh yeah, here we've got White Knight and the Beast. And then down here, I had to keep the swamp cooler moved. This is from that video I showed you, 3/4 gallon pot and Scotch bonnets. So I have a swamp cooler on wheels that I roll into the doorway every day. We slide through here. And my greenhouse is a jungle. So just to kind of show you here, I have a tower garden in the back, and my tower garden is loaded full of pepper plants. And then at the top, I did a trellis system, so on the very top I'm running cucumbers. And if you look, we're getting some pretty nice cucumbers, no bitterness. It's my first year growing aeroponic and hydroponic, so we'll see. Back in that corner, I've got, now just to give you an idea, I'm 6 foot. I can't touch the top peak of this greenhouse, barely. So it's probably 8 foot. So if you look, that cherry tomato is way up there, hidden down in this jungle. See if you can see. We have jalapenos, and then this whole side over here is all, it's on a table. Let's see if I can show you here. On a table, 3/4 gallon pots, and it's all super hot. And again, to show you, like the one that's producing the, let's go over the top actually. There we go. That's a 7-pot Primo. This is my cross with the Carolina Reaper that I just did the video on. Now I got white flies invaded my greenhouse. I'm just to show you. Let's see if we can get it on camera. See the little dots? So I'm blasting them with water and hitting them with neem oil and all that good stuff. All right, back here, look at this. This was one of those Starscream plants. It's taller than I am, and it's in a 5-gallon deep water culture bucket. And yeah, we've got peppers on it. All right, let's get you centered here. Okay, hopefully you like this garden tour. Maybe we'll do a couple more with the other areas. We're always expanding. I will definitely do more as we get more going. But I've had a lot of questions and I want to show you I'm a normal guy just like you. But when I get passionate about something, I go crazy. So we will see you next time. I'll try and do a video this morning from the truck. But right now we're signing out from the chili pepper.